Boom! How we doing? You know who this is. Let's go! Joshua Morrow. Nick Newman. Listen, everyone. We've got a very special day in Genoa City, and I'm talking about a wedding. Who doesn't love a wedding? We're going to go and get this done. We're going to be here all day, but we're going to make it happen. And I thought I'd play a nice game. Marry, kill, and make a sandwich with. That's what I'm talking about. Who's going to make a sandwich with who? Everybody in Genoa City's pretty much killed someone, so I don't think we're asking a lot of our characters to say who they would take out.
I'd have to marry Kyle. He's been nothing but a gentleman.
True.
I mean, maybe Audra for sport. I feel like
Great opportunity. Nice.
I feel like she'd be a fun kill, and then make a sandwich with my mom. Are you allowed to make sandwich? What does make a sandwich mean? Oh.
Not a trick question.
Noah, Faith. I'll leave the order up to you.
There's no good guy on the show. I would marry Jack.
There we go.
And
okay.
I would kill. What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, right?
And I would kill Devon.
Excellent.
And then I would make I'd make sandwiches with Nick.
Yeah.
I would clearly kill Nick now. I would make sandwiches with Lily, and I would marry. Who would piss Nick off the most, knowing that I married
Sally? Sharon? Phyllis?
all three of them?
Kill Abby.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Violent at her own wedding.
Marry Amelia.
Okay.
And make sandwiches with Audra.
Marry Jack.
There you go.
I'm going to kill
boring.
Phyllis.
Kill Phyllis. I mean,
Typical.
This is so
right?
obvious.
Okay, and I'm going to make sandwiches.
Come on.
I'm not answering.
Yes, you are. Oh, I'm going to get him.
No,
You're up, though.
This is
Come on.
it. This is it.
Oh, that's the sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and the Restless early edition spoilers. Nick Newman shaken. Young and the Restless. Next week spoilers find Nick Newman in shock after a major discovery in the week of August 14 to 18, 2023. On My and R, find out what to expect next week with brand new spoilers for the CBS soap. Young and the Restless early edition spoilers. Nick Newman gets a shock. Next week on My and R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, gets one heck of a shock. Recently, Nate Hastings seen Dominic threw Nick and his sister, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, for a loop. He strongly urged them to merge Newman Media with Adam Newman's Mark Grossman new company Adustus. Of course, Nick is against it, and Victoria was at first. But Nate will likely sway Vicky, and that may be the shock Nick gets next week on Young and the Restless. Also, his father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, makes a power move next week, so he may get on board with the merger and stun Nick. Additionally, he might find out about Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, scandal, and that Adam is blackmailing her. If so, Nick may be livid with Adam. I and our weekly spoilers. Chelsea stunned. Also, next week on Young and the Restless, Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan. Here's shocking news. And there's a chance it concerns Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. He's playing both sides in the Abbott family war, and he may be leaning toward Ashley Abbott's, Eileen Davidson's side. She and Jack Abbott, Peter Birdman, appear to be reconciling. However, it might be too good to be true, and Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, worries Billy may turn on them. If so, it may cause major tension in his relationship with Chelsea on Young and the Restless. The Chelsea actress will be off-screen for a while on maternity leave, and Billy could be the reason she takes off. Jack up to something on Young and the Restless. More Y&R spoilers promise Jack makes a deal with someone. Most likely, it involves the family company Jabot Cosmetics. Whatever the deal is, it could cause problems if he goes behind Diane's back or his siblings' backs to do it. On the other hand, the deal may involve his misguided son, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. He's off the Young and the Restless canvas right now. But he's in for a rude awakening when he returns and sees Audra in over her head. And his parents, Jack and Diane, may work to make him see that Audra is no good for him. Furthermore, they may try to get him to reconcile with his estranged wife, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. Things are changing on Y and R. Tune in to see what Nick Newman CBS Sudzer. Young and the Restless spoilers, Sally in hot water with Nick. Young and the Restless spoilers see Sally Spectra on Nick Newman's bad side soon, and it could be the beginning of the end for them on the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless spoilers, Sally Spectra torn between Newman brothers. Currently on Y and R, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, is happy with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. However, she can't completely shake her ex, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. After their baby died, Sally was livid with Adam. She was angry that he made the choice to save her and not the baby. But she's come a long way since then. And she and Adam are in a better place on Young and the Restless. She's even concerned about how he's handling his grief. However, Nick is not happy that they're getting closer. Currently, he's out of town. And he gets a major shock from Sally when he comes home that sends him off the deep end. I&R spoilers. Sally makes big gesture. Coming up this week on Young and the Restless, Sally shows up at Adam's new apartment with a housewarming gift in hand. But he's on his way out the door to see his angry father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden. He tells Sally to stay and order dinner so they can talk when he gets back. While he's gone, she starts to help him unpack. And she comes across photos from their time as a couple. No doubt, old feelings hit her on Young and the Restless. When he returns, Sally asks him why he still has pictures of them. She doesn't think it's a good idea to look back on them. No doubt, it's too painful for her, but seeing the pictures also stirs up buried feelings. Adam says he keeps them because those times were the happiest of his life. But before they can get too deep into their conversation, Nick shows up, and he's furious to find Sally at his brother's apartment. Nick Newman flips on Young and the Restless. Indeed, Sally's about to see a new side to Nick. Usually, he's upset with Adam, but this time he turns his anger on her. She's the one seeking Adam out, and when Nick's not in town, no less. He lashes out at Sally, and if he sees the old photos of them, he may freak out and flip on. So, this may be a turning point for the couple on Y&R. Don't miss a moment of the CBS Sudzer to see if Sally Spectra and Nick Newman will last or if she's destined to be with Adam. Young and the Restless early edition spoilers. Nick faces new challenge. Young and the Restless. Next week spoilers see Nick Newman facing a challenge from his father in the week of August 21 to 25, 2023. On Y&R, get an early look at the latest weekly spoilers for the CBS Sudzer. Young and the Restless early edition spoilers. Nick Newman challenged by the mustache. Next week on Y&R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, has a lot on his plate. He's losing patience with his brother, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. Plus, he's not happy that his girlfriend, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, was over at Adam's place while he was out of town. Then, next week, he has more problems when his father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, presents him with a brand new challenge. Nick is already annoyed with his dad because he feels he is not being fair to Sally. So, when Vic challenges him next week, it may send him over the edge. Most likely, the challenge is business-related, and it could complicate his new partnership with his ex-wife, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. I&R weekly spoilers, new role for Chance. Also, next week, on Young and the Restless, Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, takes on something new. He's steadily getting closer to Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and he's trying to help her move on from her estranged husband Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. However, he may help Summer move forward a little too much, and she may start to develop feelings for him. No doubt, they have chemistry, and it looked like they were about to spark a while back on Young and the Restless. Now that Kyle is moving on with Audra Charles, Zulika Silver, Summer may move on to Chance. But if so, it will ruin his budding romance with Sharon, and there might be a dramatic love triangle ahead. Chloe's mom returns on Young and the Restless. More Y&R spoilers see Esther Valentine, Kate Linder, back on the canvas, and she shares scenes with her daughter Chloe Mitchell, Elizabeth Hendrickson. Next week, Chloe supports her mom and offers encouragement. So Esther may stick around for a while, and she could have a big storyline ahead. Meanwhile, Lily Winters, Crystal Collill, takes a huge risk on Young and the Restless. Now, this could be a business move, and it may involve her brother, Devin Hamilton, Brayton James. Or on the other hand, it could very well be personal and have something to do with her boyfriend, Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziati. Nick offers maybe Beatty to tempt Sally on Young and the Restless. On the Young and the Restless, Nick Newman is eager to keep Sally Spectra away from his brother. So Nick, Joshua Morrow, on paper, may seem a safer option than Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. But Sally, Courtney Hope, remains drawn to her ex, and that may be why Nick's making big moves, or at least offering to. Young and the Restless. Nick Newman makes drastic moves to keep Sally Spectra. Nick's latest moves on My and R feel like a sense of desperation. He hopes to win Sally's love, but right now has only her affection. But he's even discussing starting a family with her now. Could this be a tactic for Nick Newman to divert Sally Spectra's growing closeness with Adam? Young and the Restless fans are divided on which brother they want to be her lover on the CBS soap. Check the video below to see what Nick's offering, and why he's dangling an infant in front of the redhead beauty. Keeping Adam away the end goal on Y and R. For now on Young and the Restless, Nick leaves Sally out of aspects of his life. She's never seen at his house or spending time with Christian, his adopted son. Then, you factor in Sally Spectra's undeniable chemistry with Nick Newman's brother, and the dynamics become more complex. Plus, we've also got Nick's recent antics on My and R, blatantly accusing Adam of things he's not done. Remember when Nick Newman found Sally Spectra at his brother's new apartment? Nick insisted that he'd somehow lured Sally there under false pretenses. That was laughably off the mark, as she quickly told her boyfriend. Is Nick dangling the prospects of a baby to anchor Sally in his life and to block Adam in the CBS drama? Find more on Young and the Restless on our dedicated section. Young and the Restless next 2 weeks. Nick's risky move changes everything. Young and the Restless 2-week spoilers find Nick Newman playing with fire, and he might get burned in the 2 weeks of September 4 to 15, 2023. Meanwhile, someone lashes out while another fights back hard on My and R. Take a look at the next 2 weeks with the latest spoilers for the CBS soap. Young and the Restless spoilers next 2 weeks. Nick Newman intrigued. This week on Y and R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, gets an offer. It likely involves his ex-wife, Sharon Newman, Sharon case. Official spoilers promise that Nick will work closely with Sharon as they try to establish themselves. However, this doesn't sit well with Nick's girlfriend, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, and her patience will be tested. Of course, her ex, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will take full advantage of all the time Nick is spending with Sharon. No doubt, he'll get in Sally's head, and he may convince her that Sharon is Nick's endgame. Then, next week Sally makes a confession. So, she may confess to Adam that she still has feelings for him. If so, everything could change for her and Nick. Meanwhile, on Young and the Restless, Adam tries to keep things civil with Sharon, and he later gets a rude awakening. Elsewhere, Maria Copeland, Cameron Grimes, makes a shocking move. I and R 2-week spoilers. Victoria retaliates against Victor. Also, next week on Young and the Restless, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, puts his daughter, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heil, in her place. She's losing control of Newman Media now that her mother, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, is CEO. Of course, she's livid, and she won't take this lying down. New spoilers confirm that she'll fight back with everything she's got, and she'll enlist the help of Nate Hastings, Scene Dominic, to fight her parents. Elsewhere on Young and the Restless, Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, advice she doesn't want. Young and the Restless 2-week spoilers. Billy and Lily reconnect. Additional Lie and R spoilers find Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, closer to Lily Winters, Crystal Collill. He also goes dark and lashes out. So Lily may help get him back on track, and it could bring them closer. Additionally, on Young and the Restless, Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, opens up to her brother, Jack Abbott, Peter Birdman. Plus, Jack and his wife, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, stress over their son, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. Changes are coming on Y&R, so don't miss a minute to see if Nick Newman's closeness to Sharon pushes Sally away and back to Adam on the CBS Sudzer. Spoilers. Young and the Restless predictions. Nick pushes Sally away. Young and the Restless predictions believe Nick Newman could very well push his girlfriend, Sally Spectra, away. Furthermore, he could push her right into Adam Newman's arms on the CBS Sudzer. Young and the Restless predictions. Nick Newman too close to Sharon Newman. Currently on Y&R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is still extremely close to his ex-wife, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. Of course, they will always be close because of their children, but those children are grown. Then, Nick got much closer to Sharon when Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby, returned to terrorize her. They'd survived that nightmare, and he was supposed to put his focus on Sally, who had just lost her baby. But now he and Sharon are in business together on Young and the Restless, and she is getting pulled back into his family drama. First with his brother Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and also with their father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Sally's been incredibly patient and understanding. However, Nick's bond with Sharon is beginning to get to her, and soon she may reach a breaking point. Sally Spectra losing patience on Y&R. There's only so much Sally can take when it comes to Nick's connection to Sharon on Young and the Restless. She put up with it when Cameron was stalking Sharon and their daughter Faith Newman, Reelancaster, and she understood that he needed to be there for them. But she still called him out when he wasn't there for her after losing her baby girl. Now, Sharon is not in any danger. She's just starting a new business venture. So Nick doesn't need to be as involved as he is on Young and the Restless. And little by little, Sally is starting to notice that, and she's also starting to lose her patience. Plus, Adam sees this and intends to fully use it to his advantage to get Sally back, because he's still madly in love with her. Official Y&R fall spoilers promise Adam will see an opportunity to use Nick's relationship with Sharon to split him and Sally up. He's already told her time and time again that Sharon always will be the love of Nick's life. Adam seems to truly believe it, and he doesn't want Sally to get hurt. But he also regrets letting her go and desperately wants her back. In the end, he might get Sally to see things from his point of view on Young and the Restless, and he could end up getting her back. However, it could also backfire on him, and he and Nick could both lose Sally. She may feel she's better off on her own. So don't miss a minute of the CBS soap opera to see if Nick Newman loses Sally Spectra to Adam. Young and the Restless next week. Spoilers find Nick Newman caught off guard during the week of October 2 to 6, 2023, on Y&R. Take a look at next week with brand new spoilers for the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless early edition spoilers. Nick Newman floored. Next week on Y&R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is in for one heck of a shock. Soon, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, makes a confession to him. Most likely, she tells him that she had dinner with her ex, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. And more importantly, he kissed her after walking her to her door at the Genoa City Athletic Club. No doubt, Nick will be livid. But most likely, his anger will be directed at his brother. However, Sally may also admit to Nick that she did not pull away from the kiss. Furthermore, she may admit to still having feelings for Adam on Young and the Restless. If so, this may be the beginning of the end for her and Nick. Then, if they split, that may open the door to a reunion for Nick and his ex-wife, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. And that will leave Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, available for Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. So there could be a lot of couple shakeups coming soon. I&R early weekly spoilers. Nate lays down the law. Meanwhile, on Young and the Restless, Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, establishes rules with someone. Most likely, it's his new assistant, Adam. Indeed, he won't take well to being someone's assistant because he's used to being the boss. But it looks like his father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, wants to knock him off his high horse. And it may be working. Later, Vic makes a promise to his wife, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott. Additionally, on Y&R, a mysterious person shows up in Genoa City, and there's a good chance it's newcomer, Claire Grace, Haley Aaron, who will be working at Newman Enterprises. And her arrival is sure to shake things up at the office. She could end up coming between Nate and his girlfriend, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heil. Indeed, they're already on shaky ground. And if Nate gets too close to Claire, it could push Vicky over the edge. And she and Nate could soon be over. Young and the Restless Weekly Spoilers, Nick dumps Sally. Young and the Restless Weekly Spoilers confirm Nick Newman calls it quits with Sally Spectra in the week of October 9 to 13, 2023. Meanwhile, someone gets shocking news while another starts to spiral on My and R. Check out the latest weekly spoilers for the CBS Sudzer. Young and the Restless Weekly Spoilers, Nick Newman leaves Sally Spectra. Next week on My and R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, officially breaks up with his girlfriend, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. She did the right thing when she told Nick that Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, kissed her. But he is more worried about her reaction to the kiss. He believes Sally is still in love with Adam, and he's probably right. Of course, she cares deeply for Nick and doesn't want to lose him. Then, she tells him she loves him. However, that only raises his suspicions on Young and the Restless. He's confused by the timing. He wonders why she's professing her love now but couldn't do it before. She admits that her emotions are all over the place. So he tells her she needs to figure out her feelings and who she wants to be with. Then, he ends their relationship on Young and the Restless. She's sure to be devastated because she does have deep feelings for Nick. So instead of turning to Adam like he hopes she will, she may lash out and push him away. I&R Weekly Spoilers, Heather shocks Daniel. Also, next week on Young and the Restless, Heather Stevens, Vale Bloom, drops a bomb on Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziati. She tells Daniel she is wrapping up her law firm in Europe and moving home to Genoa City. Indeed, he's in shock. Later, he keeps a secret from his girlfriend, Lily Winters, Crystal Collil. No doubt, the secret is that Heather is moving back to town, and this might be the beginning of the end for them. Elsewhere, on Young and the Restless, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, opens up to Danny Romalotti, Michael Danian. Then, Divin Hamilton, Brighton James, discovers what Mamie Johnson, Veronica Red, is hiding. Also, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and his sister, Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, play hardball. Later, Jack Abbott, Peter Birdman, gets the upper hand on Tucker McCall, Trevor Street John. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, is suspicious of Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, and Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, gets closer to Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd. Young and the Restless next week spoilers. Victor's actions cause for alarm. Lee and R next week spoilers also find Victor Newman's, Eric Braden, behavior rattling his family. The business decisions Victor is making start to worry his family, and they start to wonder if there's something going on with him. Later, Nick connects with his father. Then, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heil, softens toward Young and the Restless next week spoilers find Nick Newman in a life-changing position in the week of November 13 to 17, 2023, on My and R. Take a look ahead at next week with the latest spoilers for the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless early weekly spoilers. Nick Newman faces important decision. Next week on My and R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, is at a fork in the road. His father, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, gives everyone in the family an ultimatum. He wants Nick back at the family company, Newman Enterprises. So, he needs to decide if he's willing to work with his family again, especially if his brother, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will be working there, which he will. Their sister, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heil, will likely quit after Vic's latest stunt. It looks like she lost her man, Nate Hastings, seen Dominic, on Young and the Restless. If so, she'll blame her father. So, Vicky will probably want nothing to do with him or the company. Soon, Nick makes his choice. But he might not be able to work alongside Adam, especially if he gets back with Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. However, there's a chance Adam will put his love for Sally on the back burner so he can focus on family. Then, Nick may try to get her back. I and R early edition spoilers. Jill blasts Tucker. Also, next week on Young and the Restless, Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, gets in Tucker McCall's Trevor Street John face. She confronts him about trying to destroy the Abbotts and teaming up with Mamie Johnson, Veronica Red. Mamie wants Jill out of Chancellor Winters and she wants Nate in. Of course, Jill won't go down without a fight. So she goes up against Tucker soon. Plus, his plan backfires when the whole Abbott crew teams up against him. Later, his estranged wife, Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, makes a shocking move that will throw him for a loop. But it might be the only way to stop Tucker from plotting against the Abbotts. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers. Mamie defends Nate. More Y&R spoilers confirm Mamie sticks up for her nephew, Nate. His cousins, Devin Hamilton, Brighton James, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, can't stand him, but they may soon change their tune. Spoilers suggest they warm up to Nate, and they could agree to give him another chance. After all, Devin is trying to see the best in Tucker on Young and the Restless. So, he might do the same for Nate, and CW could be a new chapter for him. I&R is intense. Don't miss a second to see what move Nick Newman makes next on the CBS daytime drama. Get all the latest Young and the Restless spoilers and updates daily from Soap Dirt. Young and the Restless spoilers. Nick's life on the line. Young and the Restless spoilers confirm Nick Newman's life is at risk this week after a dangerous encounter with psycho Jordan Howard on the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless spoilers. Nick Newman and family go up against Jordan. Currently on Y&R, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and his family members are battling Claire Grace's, Haley Aaron, psycho great aunt, Jordan Howard, Colleen Zenk. Turns out she's the sister of the late Eve Howard, Margaret Mason. Fans may recall that Eve was involved with Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Back in the day on Young and the Restless, they had a toxic relationship and she even lied to him, letting him believe that her son, Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, was his son. The only reason the truth came out that Cole was not Victor's son is because he married Victoria Newman, Amelia Heil. Eve was in and out of mental health institutions until she wound up dying. Of course, Jordan blames Victor and the whole Newman family for her sister's death. And that's why she is on this mission for revenge. In fact, she started it decades ago when she stole Vicky and Cole's baby, Eve, aka Claire, from the hospital. Of course, a DNA test will need to be done to see whether or not Claire is Victoria's daughter. But she likely is. First, they need to escape from Jordan on Young and the Restless. Nick and his family are doing everything in their power to save Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and get back to Genoa City safely. But recently, things got dicey for Nick. Nick viciously attacked on Y&R. Things took a tragic turn for Nick after a struggle with Jordan. He tried to keep her at bay while his father, Victor, went upstairs to find Nikki. But Jordan had a knife stashed in a cushion. She grabbed it and slashed Nick across the chest, allowing her to get away and corner Victor and Nikki. And for a minute, it didn't look like Nick was going to make it on Young and the Restless. Newmans go after Jordan and Claire on Young and the Restless. Thankfully, Nick makes it through the ordeal with Eve's crazy sister and gets medical attention this week. Claire calls an ambulance for Nick, and she gives the entire family the antidote to Jordan's poison. But also, the cops show up and arrest Claire. Jordan manages to hide an event, but it appears that she is caught eventually also. A recent photo shows both of them in jail back in Genoa City. No doubt, the Newmans want to see them both pay. Unless, of course, it turns out that Claire is Vicky's daughter, which is likely on Young and the Restless. Then, she will surely be set up for redemption. Also, it looks like legal shark Michael Baldwin, Christian Leblanc, is representing them. If so, the Newmans will certainly feel betrayed by Michael. Thankfully, all the Newmans make it home safely, but the drama is far from over. Y&R is captivating this week. Don't miss a moment to see Nick Newman and his loved ones fight for their lives on the CBS daytime drama. Get all the latest Young and the Restless spoilers and updates daily from Soap Dirt. Young and the Restless. Sharon and Nick reunion ahead. Chick rises again. Young and the Restless fan fave Sharon Newman is newly single, and there's a good chance she could rekindle her romance with Nick Newman on the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless. Sharon Newman single. Recently on Y&R, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, had a bizarre dream. In it, Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, was dating Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. Later, they announced they were getting married. Additionally, there were several people from Sharon's life in her dream. Among them were her daughter, Maria Copeland, Cameron Grimes, and her wife, Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks. Also, her ex-husband, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Everyone in the dream seems to be pushing her to reunite with Nick on Young and the Restless. Chance is the one who woke her up from the dream, and he told her that he could fall in love with her. This prompted her to tell him that's not what she was looking for. He deserves someone who will give him her whole heart. So, she broke up with him. And with Nick being single, it looks like the Young and the Restless is paving the way for them to get back together. Nick still on the market on Y&R. Currently, Nick is still single as well. Not long ago, he dumped Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, because he knew she still had feelings for his brother, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. Since then, he hasn't been looking for anyone new. Plus, he has had his hands full with Newman family drama. However, now that his ex, Sharon, has ended things with Chance, he may decide to pursue her on Young and the Restless. Indeed, there are still residual feelings on both their parts. Nick never stopped loving Sharon, he just couldn't stay faithful. But now, they are both different people, and it may finally be their time. Chic reunion coming on Young and the Restless. Currently on Y&R, it seems like the showrunners are setting up a reunion for Sharon and Nick. If things go this way, Chic fans will be over the moon. Of course, they could never seem to work in the past, usually because Nick couldn't resist temptation. He even blew up their wedding day when Sharon found out he slept with Phyllis. Then, she wound up pregnant with Summer. But they'd both come a long way, and this time could very well be different on Young and the Restless. Sharon leaving Chance must mean something, and it's likely so that she can give things with Nick another try. If so, hopefully he won't mess it up this time. I&R is sizzling. Don't miss a minute to see if Nick Newman and Sharon Newman find their way back.